Welcome to the product research module. In this module, I'll explain my favorite way of doing product research. Now, before I show you the actual product research, let's discuss what products you actually want to sell. In general, you can test any products you want from any niche. But if you're testing the wrong products, it might take you a lot of time and a lot of budget to find your first winning product. I see a lot of gurus on YouTube that'll tell you to test certain dropshipping products that have absolutely no chance of working. Think of an abstract-looking toilet brush, a bedside lamp, or some random kitchen tools. These are the types of products that people would like to buy from brands that they know. What you actually want to sell, though, are products that you don't see every day, exclusive products, and more importantly, products that spark an emotion. I love to sell women's products such as health, beauty, and fashion because it's such a powerful niche. Beauty is super important and women will buy almost anything that promises them more beauty. And health products solve physical pain, which is the strongest emotion you can target. Fashion is good to sell too, if you find the right product. The best and easiest fashion products to sell solve a physical pain as well, such as orthopedic sandals, warm winter tights, a heated scarf, things like that. Obviously, you can choose any other niche to sell in as well, such as kids' toys, gadgets, home improvement, and even I sell in those niches too sometimes. I'm just saying that in my opinion, beauty and health is absolutely the easiest niche to sell in as long as you follow the Facebook and TikTok policies. Now, it's also very important to know how your customers think and operate, so you're not wasting time researching the wrong products. So let's talk a little bit about consumer psychology. Since with our strategy it's important to be profitable on the first sale, it's important that we look for impulse purchasable products. This ensures that as many people as possible will buy our product. And to get those impulse purchases, it's important that your product solves strong pain points. This will spark an emotional reaction whenever your customer sees the ad on the product page and will result in an impulse purchase. So you have great products, good products, and bad products. And I will show you examples of every single one of them. So here you can see some examples of great products, and all four of these have been big winners of mine. We have the detox foot patches. They solve a great physical pain, they have a great margin, but the ads are a bit more on the risky side. Then we have the knee sleeves. They also solve a physical pain. They have a great margin as well, but again, the ads can be a little more risky. Now, the reflective nail gel set, for example, they solve an emotional pain, women feeling ugly. They also have a great margin, but the con is that they don't solve a physical pain, so you won't be able to scale them as high as the previous two products. And then we have the 4D mascara, which also solves an emotional pain, women feeling ugly. It has a great margin, but again, it doesn't solve a physical pain. Now we're gonna look at some good products. So all of these products, by the way, have generated us at least $300,000 in revenue, and that's why I like to call them great products. Now let's take a look at the good products. So you have orthopedic slides. They do solve a physical pain, foot pain, but they have a high return rate due to the sizing. Also have a way lower margin. Then the men's winter jacket solves a physical pain, being cold. Great margin. I remember I was selling this for 80 euros and I think the cost of goods were only 20, but I got a lot of returns because of the sizing. Then we have the stretchy jeans leggings. They solve an emotional pain, women feeling fat, but also again a pretty high return rate due to the sizing. And then the women's trench coat. This was like a hit or miss winning product of mine. It has a great margin, but it doesn't solve a super strong pain point, and it also has a high return rate because of the sizing. Now let's look at some products that you absolutely want to stay away from. So for example, I found this on the ad library, steel clothing picks. So the Pro, it doesn't violate any policies, so you can run this all the time, but it doesn't solve any pain, the margins are low, and it's found in all the stores in the world. So this is not a unique product. Then cute cat socks. It doesn't violate any policies, so your accounts will stay very healthy, but it again doesn't solve any pain and it has a very low margin. It's just a product with a wow factor. And to scale to good numbers, only having a wow factor is just not enough. Then the scarf phone holder, again, doesn't violate any policy, so that's a Pro, but it doesn't solve any pain. It has a very low margin and it is found in almost any store as well. So then the last product here is the fire diffuser. So it looks cool, so your ad will get a lot of engagement and it doesn't violate any policies, but it doesn't solve any pain points. Again, just a wow factor and that's it. So these are the products you absolutely want to stay away from. First off, you have counterfeit brands. So it's stupid that I even have to mention this, but a lot of people are scaling shit like this. So fake Tommy Hilfiger stuff, fake Gucci, fake Rolex. There are a lot of dropshipping products being scaled out there. But be careful, please, because first of all, obviously you can get sued. And secondly, you can lose all of your money as well because payment processors don't like this kind of stuff. Secondly, we have cheap electronics. So I've scaled a smartwatch that looks similar to this one, and I got a lot of customer complaints saying it broke instantly. So if you're gonna be selling electronics, then please make sure you sell high quality electronics. And then thirdly, fragile products. So I sold this glass pen as well, as you can see right here. This is a glass pen, and so many customers received this product broken. You've probably seen the videos as well of Chinese shipping companies just throwing the packages around, and this does actually happen also with these pens, so they will arrive broken. So guys, I think I now kind of explained what products are good, what products are bad. In the next video, we'll do some live product research and I'll show you even better examples. I do most of my product research using the spy tool Minia. It's a paid product research tool. However, if you use the link below, you can get a 20% lifetime discount, I think, and you get a free trial as well. Now, there are so many spy tools out there. Most of them are the same, but I really like Minia because it has a Facebook, Pinterest, and TikTok ad library all in one. You can set up a bunch of filters, you can browse through keywords and look through all the Facebook, TikTok, and Pinterest ads. Now let me show you how I use it, and let's just do some live product research. So the first option you get when you get the paid plan is you can just click on weekly winners, and these are some presets that Minia gives you. As you know, I'm looking for health and beauty products. So I immediately see a health and beauty product right here. It is some ginger hair growth serum. Oh, it's a soap bar. So this is a perfect example of a product that I would sell. It has 70,000 likes, which is a crazy amount. It solves a really strong pain point. Balding. You can sell this to both women and men, and it's probably very cheap to source. So once you find a potential product that you want to sell, set up a Google Sheet where you enter the title of the product, the selling price you want to sell it for, the cost of goods of this product on AliExpress, the product link of Minia, the AliExpress link, and just all the necessary data you need to test this product. Now let's continue scrolling and looking for some products. So this is a boring ass kitchen product I would never sell. Even though it has 60,000 likes, it's very hard to sell a product like this because it's just a gimmick. There's a big chance that the people who run this ad just buy extra engagement or run engagement ads for this. But let's look for some more health and beauty stuff. So this product right here is an anti-lice comb. It looks like it very easily sucks up all the lice in your child's head. So I would consider this a health product and I would definitely try to sell this. I'm actually probably gonna add this to my own store as well right now. But this looks like an extremely convenient product that you cannot buy in stores, that is health related and that solves a very strong pain point. And right here, I don't know what this is, but immediately I see a health animation, which looks very promising. It looks like this ad is 10 minutes long, so it's a VSL ad. Let's just click on the landing page. And it's this decompression belt. I've sold this plenty of times. This is a really good product as well to sell. So definitely worth it to test this too. So most people are always looking for some advanced type of filter or search terms to use in Minia. And as you can see, I just clicked on the weekly winners preset and I already found 3 or 4 products that I'm gonna test myself. So please don't overcomplicate it. It's very simple. Just look for health and beauty products with a good cost of goods and with ads that are currently being scaled in another market. Again, another ad of the anti-balding soap. This one is very aggressive though, and it does overpromise a little bit, so I would cut out those crazy animations, or crazy before and afters I mean. But other than that, this product is perfect to sell too. As you can see, it clearly shows what it does with these 3D animations. But again, the before and afters, you might want to cut those out for Facebook, but all in all, a great product. Then this product is also really good. So it's a very convenient toothbrush to use for kids. So when they use it, they won't miss any spots in their mouth. Now the problem with a product like this is that you don't know what it's made out of. So it could contain some random chemicals from China. And that's why I like to stay away from selling health products to children. So be careful with that. Then here we have some sandals, and I think they also have an orthopedic function. Let's see. In the ad. So yes, they do. So they will straighten out your toe. So again, very strong pain point, especially for older women. And they are orthopedic, so you can always add the feature of them feeling really good on your feet and you being able to walk for hours with them. Another great product. So those are just some basic filters. Let's just clear them out. So I clicked on weekly winners, but usually I would just select the European languages: Danish, Dutch, English, Finnish, French, German, Norwegian, Swedish, filter by 50 likes, and e-com platform Shopify. And this also is a very powerful filter that I like to use, and just scroll and look for health and beauty products, just like we did with the weekly winners. Here we go, another hair growth, very aggressive product. Some sort of oil for the head. Again, very good, very strong, but watch out with those animations. And then here we have an EMS device. This is a very saturated product. Most people will hesitate to test this because it's been active for so long on so many stores, but I would still always test it if I see a new active ad running. So this ad was last seen yesterday, or today I mean actually, so the 4th of September. That means it's currently still working for these guys, and that means I can make it work as well in my market. So again, good product to test with a extremely strong pain point. Now, because Q4 is coming up, and if you're watching this, it might already be Q4, I would also look for toys like this. So if you're gonna be selling a product for children, just make sure that the quality is good and that they don't have to put it inside of their mouth, just like the toothbrush. Because children are so sensitive and prone to illnesses, you never know if you will get sued if something is wrong with the product. So be very careful with selling products to children. But this looks like a very intuitive game for children. I've never seen this before, so it's a unique product. They don't have to put anything in their mouth, so that's good. So it's some kind of color maze where they have to count and recognize colors and use their brain. So again, a very powerful angle to use, especially in Q4 where parents are continuously buying gifts for everyone, also for their children. And you can use the angle that it'll make your child smarter. So definitely a good product to test as well. Now, a product like this I like to stay away from. First of all, it's so super generic and everyone already has a place to hang their clothes usually. And also plastic things like these are usually extremely bad quality when you order them from China. So most of these will break probably, and you will have a lot of returns. Again, here the back compression belt, very good product. I see a lot of ads from this guy, so definitely test it out. Here you see an example of another bad product. This is just a random lamp. You might sell this to like 10 people, but you will never be able to scale a product like this, especially with just a boring picture ad. So here you see an anti-scratch cream for cars. This is not health and beauty, but this is a very powerful product to sell. I've had this as my winner in the past. And if you test this at the right time with the right angle, you can scale this product like crazy, just because it is such an easy solution to a super common problem. Now, if you were to run out of products to test on Minia, you can always use the keyword section. So let's just clear all the filters except e-com platform Shopify and minimum likes 50. And then we just want to think of some keywords that health and beauty ads always use, such as relief or eye or ear or patches, serums, oils, creams, stuff like that, and just type in these keywords one by one. So let me start with the word relief. Click on enter, and immediately I find a bunch of aggressive health and beauty products that are not just on everyone else's Minia feed too. So be creative, think of some words that are always inside of dropshipping ads, especially if you want to look for the health and beauty niche. It's very easy. Usually it's just the words relief, pain, and then body parts, such as foot, eye, ear, hand, knee, stuff like that. And as I'm scrolling down, here are so many products that I can test right now with the health and beauty angle. So to quickly recap, if you find a product, put all of the data in a Google Sheet just to organize all of the products that you want to test for yourself. So the product title, the AliExpress link, the AliExpress cost of goods, the selling price you want to sell it for, the competitor landing page, the ads you found on Minia. And once you have all of that organized inside a sheet, it's time to start testing these products out. But obviously way more on that in the next modules. But yeah, again, the most important factor of doing product research is to not overthink. Just test all of the products that fit your simple criteria, and that's it. What's up guys, I've just decided to add this new video on how I do my product research, more specifically to find funnelish products as well. So not only can you use Minia to do your product research with, but also this new tool nobody really knows about called Afterlip. It's a bit more expensive than Minia, but if you use the discount link below, you get 20% lifetime discount. Now what's really nice about Afterlip, which Minia doesn't have, is it allows you to filter by funnelish only. And as you know, my entire strategy is based on creating funnels in Funnelish. we can now find people who also use Funnelish and take a look at their successful funnels. Again, this app is not widely known, so it'll give you a massive competitive advantage if you use it. And it doesn't just allow you to filter for Funnelish, it's just all around a great product research tool. Because another great feature of this product research tool is that it filters ads by active ads and not just by the amount of likes that the ads have. This is a way more accurate indicator to see if something's a winner, and it'll make more sense if you understand how Facebook ads work if you watch the Facebook ads module. But since most people base their product research off of ads that have a lot of likes, again, this app gives you a great competitive advantage. So let's just dive into this app. Let's do some live product research and I'll show you the magic. So as you can see, this is what the app looks like, and here you can see how many active ads there are for this creative. So for example, you can click on technologies and let's just start by filtering for Shopify stores. And now we can scroll and we can find some products. Here we can see these very viral slippers that have been selling like crazy this winter because they are so warm. So this product also has a health benefit as it helps you with cold feet, which is a physical pain, which I consider to be health. As you can see, these guys have 112 active ads of this creative, which is a lot. And they've only started 17 days ago. So this product, you can be sure that it's being scaled on their store. So definitely a good one to sell right now. So if you click right here, you can go to the page, you can go to the ad, you can open the offer link, which is going to bring you to their website. Okay, so disgusting looking website. Of course, if you create a funnel for this product, you're gonna crush it, especially if this is your competition. Then you can easily download the video and the thumbnail as well. Now let's see what this product is. This looks like a mini Game Boy, kind of rip-off Game Boy device. Great product to sell right now in Q4. You can play old retro games from anywhere, and it's probably very cheap to source as well. So another great product to sell right now in Q4. Now let's sort by technology, and then we will click on Funnelish. So now we will see only stores that use Funnelish. And if we start scrolling, we will see a bunch of health products because of course many health stores use Funnelish. So let's see what this product is. This looks like a foot insole that helps with plantar fasciitis, which is some sort of foot pain. Really nice VSL style ad. These work really, really well. So what you could do with an ad like this is you could copy it and you could translate it to the local language of the market that you're selling to by adding local subtitles. Just translate with ChatGPT and adding text to speech using v.io. If we click on their web shop, as you can see, this is a really nice looking advertorial. I have a very similar advertorial template for Funnelish in one of these modules, so definitely check that out if you haven't already. Let's scroll down a bit and see what the sales page looks like. All right, a really nice sales page as well. So yeah, these are foot soles that help you with foot pain, I guess. Amazing health product that solves a pain point. Then here we can see some warm winter boots. This product is a winner of mine every single year. I'm not sure if right now is soon enough to be selling this product, especially in most European countries. I don't think it's cold enough yet. This store does have 11 active ads of this product, which is a good amount. So they are probably running this profitably. So let's click on their ad. And it is a sales page. And I think this sales page itself is inspired by my own template. As you can see, it looks very, very similar to my template. This is definitely someone who's been watching my videos. But if you can sell this right now in a country where it's cold enough, just check the weather in some local EU countries. You can definitely make some money. But then another amazing feature, for example, I sell in the Netherlands a lot. So if I want to do some competitor research of other sellers in the Netherlands with Funnelish, I can just add the country and it'll show me Dutch ads just like the one we just saw and more. So here we can see again the same warm winter shoe of the same store. This time, this creative is active in 23 different ads. So now we can definitely confirm that this shoe is selling really well for this guy. He also says, say goodbye to foot pain. So apparently this also has an orthopedic function. Again, physical pain, the strongest pain you can have. And selling something that solves physical pain always works. Then we can see a really nice ad of the green stick. Usually these green stick ads are just super oversaturated because they always use the exact same content, but it looks like this person has created an entirely new ad with new content and not that aggressive, it seems. So yeah, this is Dutch, so they run in the Netherlands and Belgium, as I just sorted by the Netherlands. But this looks like a really, really nice ad. So you can just copy this ad, change the subtitles to any language you choose, and sell this product. So again, it does show how aggressive this product works. But the ad itself uses a lot of different content that I've never seen before for this product, which is why they are able to run it on Facebook without having a reject. And again, as you can see, this is very similar to my personal funnelish template, which is included in this course. It looks like they only created the mobile version. So I'm sorry again to another student, I'm giving away your winner. But as you can see, they changed up the template really nicely, which is something I also recommend you guys to do. So I'm definitely gonna be selling this product as well right now. But let's, for example, now filter for UK ads on funnelish, so you guys can understand the language as well. So a lot of VSL style ads for health products, as always. As I said before, these work really well, but they do take a lot of time to edit these ads. But let's go back to the Shopify filter and let's set a minimum active ads of 30, so we can really find things that are being scaled really well right now. Again, the Game Boy product, a lot of active ads for different creatives as well. Then here a anti-snoring device, 40 active ads, which is really nice. The ad is very catchy. You don't hear the sound right now, but it's showing like a bunch of snoring sounds in the background. Very annoying, of course. So let's see what this product is all about. So this is some sort of piece of plastic, extremely cheap to source. They sell it for £39. So there's a massive profit margin here, but again, it solves a massive problem, a health problem. They show it really well with these GIFs, and anyone can use this. And right here, let's see what this product is, a heated blanket. So this is like a blanket slash coat slash hoodie. It has 52 active ads. It's been running for a month. And yeah, this looks like a very catchy product. I think this is more a product to run on TikTok than on Facebook, but you could definitely test it out still on Facebook. Here we see another ad of the snoring device, 39 active ads, so definitely gonna test this one out myself as well. Here another ad of the same device, but another store, 37 active ads. So yeah, this snoring device is definitely trending right now. But yeah, I think I just gave you a really nice overview of Afterlip. There are many filters to play with, but the main thing of Afterlip, in my opinion, is that you can filter by funnelish stores, which is really cool. And I know that in a couple weeks they are releasing a V2 version of this app, which will bring a massive update, and I guess I'll have to completely re-record this video by then. But if you want to use Afterlip, then use the link below and you get a 20% lifetime discount, so that's massive. I'm using Afterlip to find competitor stores, so yeah, definitely a great tool to have. This video is going to be very important because here I will explain how you can set up your business wherever you are in the world. Obviously, this is extremely important because without a business, you won't be able to get a credit card, you won't be able to get a bank, you won't be able to do payment processing, and you won't be able to dropship in general. So it's important for me to explain some methods of setting up your business. But before I begin, I have to mention that none of this is tax advice or legal advice. I'm just sharing my knowledge for educational purposes only, and please do your own research or consult with a tax advisor in your own country. This is just a guide to show you what options are available. Let's begin. Most people will set up a business in the country where they are resident in. I am from Belgium, and back when we started, I couldn't even set up a limited company because the cost was 2,000 euros. That was my entire starting capital. So I first had to set up my business as a sole trader, and then after making my first profits, I transitioned into a limited company. I don't recommend you do this as well though, because sole tradership is super limited, especially in most EU countries. That's why for most Europeans, I recommend you just set up a UK LTD or a UK limited company, or if you have a partner, a UK LLP. This is a very strong limited company, which you can use to get banks and strong payment processors. And the best thing is that it'll only cost you $50 to $100 to set up. And you don't need to be from the UK to set this up. You can do this from anywhere around the world online on your computer. So as a complete beginner, you can set up a strong business, which you can use long term. You can get any banks and payment processors that you want, and it'll cost you no more than $100. So that's the UK limited company option. If you want to go this route, I recommend you set up your company using First Formations. I myself have used their services as well. They also can do your accounting and stuff like that, and they do it really fast and cheap. And if you use the affiliate link below, you can even do it for cheaper. They will set it up in 3 to 5 days, I think, so that's really fast. I suggest you get the prestige package, which includes all of the things that you need. The more expensive packages usually are some upsells that you don't need, but check everything out yourself and choose for yourself. Now, the second option to set up a strong company is to set up a US LLC. This is not recommended for most people who live inside of the EU though, as many EU countries have strict rules on setting up countries outside of your resident country that pay low or zero corporate tax, such as a US LLC. So again, do your own research. A US LLC is possible, but not the best option for EU residents. But for a US resident, this can be a very good option too. Again, I have a very good partner for this called LegalZoom, and you can use the discounted affiliate link below. They are the cheapest and the fastest I could find. Before creating any sort of store or funnel or product page, it's important for you to decide what market you want to sell to. By focusing on one specific market, you can better tailor the needs and preferences of your customers. In this video, I'll be covering all of the pros and cons of the most popular dropshipping markets. That way you can decide for yourself which market fits the best for you. Let's get into it. So, what markets do I sell to? The most popular markets, as you can see, are the US market only, the Big Four market, which includes USA, Canada, UK, Australia, the EU market, or your own local market. So the US market, the pros, it's an English-speaking market. It has an extremely high scalability. That means when you find something that works, you can scale it really high. Whatever store you're building or product that you're selling, it has an exit value, meaning you can always sell it at the end. And there are no VAT or tax issues to worry about, especially if you're not scaling to crazy amounts. Now, the cons of this market is that it's extremely competitive, meaning you will need to do a lot more testing to find something that works. Doing more testing means you need more money and capital, obviously. Now, in this course as well, I will teach you the best way to approach the US market if you're really looking to accept that challenge. Now, the contents of this course are applicable for the US market as well. The only difference between the US market and the EU market is that you're gonna have to test a lot slower and a lot more. Then there's the Big Four market, US, UK, Canada, and Australia. The pros, again, everybody speaks English, so you can just have one English store. You can scale extremely high again. You can have a high exit value if you decide to stop with your store. And again, no crazy VAT issues, but exactly the same as the US market on its own. It's super competitive, so you have to test more money, test more products, and test them slower. And then there is my specialty, the EU market. The pros of the EU market is that your win rate is going to be a lot higher than any other market. You will have higher conversion rates too, because you will have a localized store for each country that you're selling in. And you don't need a high budget to set up your store and to start testing products. Now, the cons of this market is that there are VAT issues. VAT means sales tax. So on each sales, you're obligated to pay around 20% tax to the government. Now, for this tax issue, there are a lot of ways to structure your business and lower the VAT by a lot. And under this video, there's a link to an expert who can help you set up the VAT solution, which can be quite expensive in the beginning though. But again, do your own research and talk with experts on this. And the second con is that there are so many different payment methods for all of the EU countries. You have Klarna for Sweden, PayPal for Germany, Ideal and Bank Contact for Belgium and the Netherlands. Luckily, all of those payment methods are available with Stripe though, so it's not really a problem of getting them. It's just a lot to remember. And then lastly, you can sell in your local market, your own home country. The pros of that is obviously you're living in that country since birth usually, so you have the knowledge of the market. You know what works, you know what the biggest e-commerce stores are in that country, and you understand the buying habits of your country too. Another big pro is obviously it's your own local language that you know and speak yourself. And the cons can range from VAT issues, payment methods, or maybe you even live in a low-income country where it's even impossible to dropship online. But this is very specific for your market. So it's for you to decide if your local market is even viable. But if it is, it's always easier to start there. Now, as I said, I can't decide what market you want to sell in. I have expertise in the EU markets, done many millions in there, but also in the US market. Again, the main difference is that the US needs more capital upfront because you need to test more. The EU, however, is very easy to find your winners in, but you have to keep in mind the VAT issue. So now it's up to you to decide. In this video, I'll be going over how to name your store, how to buy the domain name, and how to set up the customer service email address. There are a lot of different platforms which you can use to buy a domain name on, but I personally like to use Namecheap. They have a very easy integration with Shopify and also with your email service. Again, I put an affiliate link below this video so you can buy your first domain with a discount. Now let's go to Namecheap and find the name of our store. So in general, the name can be literally anything. If you really want to start a long-term brand, then make sure to check the trademarks either in the US or in Europe to make sure that the name you want to pick hasn't been trademarked before. And if you're not creative enough to find a name, you can go to the website Namelix and it'll just generate a random name for your business of which it knows the domain is still available for. So let's just click on generate without entering any keywords. Then you can click on brandable name, click on next. Randomness can be high. Brand info, let's say beauty and health store. We sell beauty and health products. Check domains as well and then click on generate. So peach skin, I really like that one actually. But then obviously you can only sell skin products. Vita Zen, also a really nice one. Beauty Fit. Let's see if BeautyFit is available. I don't think beautyfit.com is going to be available, but let's see. Beautyfit.com. Yeah, so .com is not available. We can, however, do beauty-fit.com. This one is available, but costs 2K. Never mind that. Let's just find a new name. Femlins.com sounds really good as well. So this one is available for only €9 per year. Let's add this one to cart and just go with this name. So for all the upsells, I only like to have the business email as an upsell. The SSL, I don't know why they even upsell this because it's free with every domain. But that's literally all you need for the domain. So let's click on checkout. Make sure you set this to 1 year. Then the domain privacy, I like to enable this too. And the email you can set for either 2 months or 1 year. So I'm going to select 2 months because I'm not even actually going to use this domain. But you can set it to 1 year and save some money. So that's it. Let's click on confirm order. Now let me quickly pay for this domain. It looks like it's still loading, but essentially we just bought our first domain. Voila, thank you for your purchase. I now officially have the domain. And I also have my customer service email that I still have to set up. So let's do that right now. Create mailbox. Click on create mailbox right here. I always do info@domainname.com. You can also do support@domainname.com or help@domainname.com. It doesn't really matter as long as it's clear. And then the mailbox password. Let's just type it password. This can be 10 gigabytes. It's all fine. And let's click on save. And now we have the email address info@femlins.com available for use. Because your customers are going to send emails to that email address to complain or to change their order. Or maybe they'll even leave a compliment. Probably not. But we can use this email later to connect to a customer service platform such as Tidio or Zendesk or Freshdesk. But that's for a later video in this course. For now, we chose the name, we bought the domain, and we bought the email address. So that's it. We chose a name in the last video, so the next thing that we need is a logo for our store. The easiest way in the world to create a logo without any prior graphic design experience is to use Placeit. This literally generates a logo for you, which you can use on all of your stores and social media pages. Now again, there's a discounted affiliate link below this video, but let me quickly show you how this website works. So not only can you create logos with Placeit, but also mockups on t-shirts or sweaters or anything else. So this is a really versatile website with a lot of options, and I use this all the time for my e-commerce stores. But let's just go to the logo section. I'm going to choose clothing and beauty and then beauty. So the name of my store was Femlins. And it'll automatically generate a bunch of logos for you to use. So let's click on show more because these are quite ugly. You can even choose a certain graphic that you want to add, but let's just scroll down to find a nice looking logo. So I really like this one, but let's keep scrolling. I think this one is the best because it's natural beauty and it also has a green tint. So I really like this one. So you can now click the logo to edit it, or to select a new font, and instantly Placeit will also generate a bunch of mockups, for example, on a bag or on a t-shirt for you to use on your website. But let's just click on fonts so we can choose a different font if we want to. I actually like my logos to be a little bit more bold so they're always clear to read. So let's go with maybe this logo. Now let's choose the colors. I really like the green one, so let's stick with the green one. And let's click on finish. And now we have our full store logo ready to use, and we can even add elements or delete elements. So let's delete this logo products thing. And then the natural beauty, I want to place this right here. And then that's it. And then for the background color, I want it to be transparent. And then we can just click on download to download the picture. Now I'm going to quickly show you what the mockups look like. So there's by default always a lot of gay stuff on this website. But if you look past that, you can find a lot of really good mockups. For example, women working on a laptop. So for example, you can place your logo on this girl right here on her t-shirt. And you can then place this picture on every single product page near the contact information. This will make it seem like you have an actual physical customer service team. And you will come across as way more professional, making customers trust you a lot more. So this website just has endless possibilities. So I really recommend to use this to create your logos and your mockups. Welcome to the Shopify module. And in this module, as the name suggests, we'll be going over everything that has to do with Shopify. We will set up a store completely, from the product pages to the theme setup and the backend settings. It's important to keep in mind that your Shopify store will only act as a backend to collect orders from Funnelish. So it is not super important how it looks. 99% of the orders will happen on Funnelish itself. The only time a customer will buy via Shopify is when they return after a Google search or via your email marketing. So it doesn't have to look perfect at all. But all of this will make a lot more sense later after you've also watched the Funnelish module. But in this first video, we will do some basic Shopify settings and theme setup. Normally, you've already signed up for a store using my affiliate link, but if you haven't already, it's below. Now let's jump in the computer and let me show you how to set up your Shopify store. So when you sign up for a Shopify store, after entering your email and your password, you will be asked for some unimportant details. You can just click on skip all. Where will your business be located? This should be the country of the business. So my business is in the UK. I live in Portugal, but the business is in the UK, so I will select UK. Click on next. And now it's generating our store. Right, so the first thing we have to do is choose a new theme. There are a bunch of themes to choose from, but as I said, we won't use Shopify to sell our products on, so the theme doesn't matter. I just like to use the Sense theme, which is a free and nice looking theme. So let's click on add. And once this is added, you can click on customize. So again, we will be setting up the absolute basics of the theme, such as the logo, a nice looking homepage, and the policies. That is all the store needs. So let's start with the logo. You can just click here to edit it. And then here, edit your logo. Let's click here, and then you can upload your logo. Like this. Boom, it's now uploaded. Let's make it a little bit bigger. Now let's just browse down, and for example, this image, you can literally select any image you want. So let's just click on explore free images and search for girl. As we always like to focus on health and beauty, adding just a girl is nice. Obviously not a child, so let's actually retry and search for women. All right, this is a good picture. Image height, medium. And this looks okay. Let's make it something brandy. Let's say extremely basic. Again, it's just for your backend, so it doesn't matter what it says. Let's change the header as well by clicking here and then here. And let's just say free shipping. Then this featured product section, you can leave this as it is. It'll be filled up after you've added some products to your store. So that's for a later part as well. You can also leave on the email subscribe. So that's literally all we have to do to change the theme of our Shopify store. In the next video, I will go over all of the store settings that you have to change as well. In this video, we will be going over the store settings. Again, guys, the Shopify store will only act as a backend system to collect the Funnelish orders, so please don't spend too much time on the settings because it just doesn't matter a lot. Just make sure that they are set up correctly for when a customer does decide to come back to your Shopify store to browse around and buy some products. So let's go to settings. Store details, obviously, in here you can just enter your store name and your store email, which would be info@femlins.com. The store currency, which would be euros in my case. And then I always like to have the order format for my store like this, so fem for femlins. And then, for example, if this would be a Dutch store, I would have NL. If this would be a US store, I would have US. You understand what I mean. Then let's select the metric system just in case. Click on save. Now let's add our domain name to Shopify. Now to do this, go to domains and also open up your Namecheap account in a different tab. Then click on connect existing domain on Shopify and type in your domain name. Click on next. And now you want to go to Namecheap. So in Namecheap, go to your dashboard and then you will see your domain somewhere. And if you don't see it, just click on domain list. But right here, you have this little arrow and click on manage domain. Then go to advanced DNS. Choose DNS template. Here you want to select Shopify. Click on the green check mark and save it. Let's click on continue. And now it's going to set up the DNS template for Shopify. Now, if we go back to Shopify and we click on verify connection, it could be that it's still not connected in Shopify's eyes. Now, this connection can take up to 24 hours to work. So if it doesn't work, just wait a bit and retry on Shopify. So as you can see right here, it says it's not connected yet. We just have to wait a minute or 5 minutes or sometimes, as I said, 24 hours for it to work. And then we can retry clicking on verify connection. So as you can see, it has now been connected successfully. The SSL is pending. That's completely normal. That also takes an hour or so. Now let's go to the next settings, which are the notifications. So these are the email notifications that your customers will receive after placing an order. Even if they place an order on Funnelish, they will still receive your Shopify emails. So it's important to change these email templates and add in your logo. So let's click on customize email templates. And click on add image for the logo and just select your logo. Let's click on save. You can also change the color. I'm going to change this to a green color since that's also what the theme of the store looks like. And let's click on save. And now that's done as well. And now for the last store settings, you need to have the policies up and ready. Your store policies are completely dependent of the geolocation that you're selling in. I'm for now just going to click on generate policy. So replace with a template. Replace from template, create from template, create from template, like this. So just make sure you Google the required policies of the location where you're selling in and just make sure that everything is compliant with the laws of that country. Now, once you have added the policies, they still have to show up on your homepage. So to do that, click on navigation and then add them in your footer menu. So let's add a menu item and call this terms of service. And then here, let's select the terms of service. And we do the same with every other policy. And then there's also an automated page contact information, it looks like. Let's also add that one in. And then we are completely done with the footer menu. And this will also show up on your website in the footer. Now the last thing to do is to turn off the password protection. And for that you have to select a Shopify plan. So make sure you do that as well and then turn off the password protection and your store will be completely ready to use. Now the only thing that's left to do is create funnels. We'll not do this on Shopify, but on Funnelish. And we'll go very in-depth on that in the next module. Hi and welcome to the Funnelish module. In this module, I will go over how to create the perfect sales funnels. Before we can start on creating a funnel though, we first have to know why we use them and why it's better than using a Shopify product page. A sales funnel is just like a product page on Shopify, but the big difference is that your sales funnel is completely optimized for your customer to make an immediate purchase. On Shopify, you have an entire website and then on that website is your product page. Your customer can very easily leave the product page, browse around the website and do all sorts of things other than make the purchase. funnels. A sales funnel is essentially a very fancy product page where the customer's only options are to either buy the product or leave the website entirely. There is almost no friction for the customer, which is why it's so powerful to use in combination with Facebook ads. It's the magic combination for impulse purchasers. I'll go over two types of funnels. One will be perfect for the US market and the other will be perfect for the EU market. The first type of funnel is an advertorial. An advertorial looks like an article from a news website which describe all of the benefits of your product. And this works best in the US market. And then the second type of funnel is a bit simpler. It's just a custom sales page, and this works better in the EU market. This is more like a standard Shopify product page, but everything is just way more conversion optimized and clean. Both templates for these types of funnels are included in this course, and I've both used them to scale to millions of dollars in revenue. Now, in this first Funnelish video, we will go over how I navigate the dashboard and just take a look around Funnelish. You can use again the affiliate link below to get a free trial, and you will also be able to download my funnel templates. So as you can see, this is the main dashboard you see on Funnelish after you have created an account, and this is also where you will see all of the revenue. In a later video, we will also connect our Funnelish store to our Shopify store, so you will also see all of your Funnelish revenue on Shopify, so you can still get those juicy screenshots. But also so your supplier can connect to your Shopify store instead of your Funnelish store to fulfill the orders. Shopify is just a little bit easier to work with for Chinese suppliers. But as you can see again, this is just the dashboard and you will see your top performing funnels right here. This is a new and fresh Funnelish account just to show you guys for the course. So there's no revenue, but let's click on funnels. And this is where you will see all of your funnels. So this first template is of the lace push-up bra. This is for the EU market, the simple sales page template. And the second template is the advanced US advertorial template. Both of these are again below this video, so you can just copy them into your Funnelish account. But let me show you some principles of editing a funnel in Funnelish. So when I click this funnel, on the left you will see that there are a few steps. So this is what we call a funnel step. The first step is the landing page. So we have this landing page right here. Then when they click on this add to cart button, they will go to the next step, which is the checkout page. When they are in the checkout page and they fill in all of their customer data and they decide to finish their order, they will pay and be sent to the first upsell page, which is this page right here. So this is the post-purchase upsell that gets shown after they already bought the first product. And whenever they click yes or no, they will be sent to the last page, which is the thank you page. Those are the 4 funnel steps usually all funnels will have. Now here's a little annoying thing about Funnelish. You have to create both the desktop view and the mobile view completely separately. So if I were to change anything in this template, for example, I'm on the desktop view right now, and let me just change the title to bra. And if I then go to the mobile view, the title hasn't changed. I have to create both the mobile view and the desktop view separately. So just remember that. And also remember that 99% of your customers will purchase via their mobile device. I'm not saying you should leave the desktop version looking shitty. I'm just saying that you have to make sure that the mobile version is completely flawless. Now, if we go back outside the funnel editor and we click on funnel apps, you will see that there are some apps. So the first app is Funnelish Pay. You will use this app to integrate Stripe into your Funnelish account. It's very simple. You can just click on add new payment method and then you will be redirected to a Stripe integration. So it's super simple. To add your Facebook pixel, again, super simple. Click this and paste in your pixel and that's it. If you want to work with Pinterest ads, you can do that as well. If you want to connect your Google Analytics, that's very easy too. The same goes for the TikTok pixel and that's it for the Funnelish apps. Now, if you want to accurately check the statistics of your funnels, you have to go inside of one of your funnels and then down here, click on Funnel Analytics. And then here you will see the sales dashboard of your specific funnels. So we just reviewed the dashboard, we reviewed the funnels. Now let's click on Orders. And this is just a list of all the orders on your Funnelish account. Very simple. You can edit these orders, you can export these orders, and that's it. The same for the customers section. All of your customers will be listed in here. Then for automations, you will use this to set up email marketing or SMS marketing, or you can do even a lot more. There's a lot to play around with those automations, but let's just keep it simple and say they will only be used for Klaviyo and SMS marketing. Then lastly, here you have the settings. This is where you will connect your Shopify account. If you click on integrations, here is where you can very easily connect your Shopify store. Just paste your domain right here, click on connect, and that's it. Again, a bunch more integrations. As you can see, Klaviyo, Google Sheets, Hyros, MailChimp, SendGrid, Zapier, whatever you need to do, you can do it with Funnelish. And that's it for the Funnelish basics. In this video, I'll quickly be showing you how you can connect your domain name to Funnelish. Now, there is a little trick I use to connect the same domain name to both my Funnelish funnels and my Shopify store. The reason I like to have the same domain name for both Funnelish and Shopify is so that when Stripe or any other payment processor does a checkup on my store, they will see my Shopify homepage. That way, I don't have to create a Funnelish homepage. But if that's too confusing for you to understand right now, just follow along and do exactly as I do. So we connected the domain to Shopify already in a previous video. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to our Shopify store settings, click on domains, and then we're gonna click on the www.domain, and we're gonna delete this domain from Shopify. So now we only have femlins.com connected to our store, and www.femlins.com is gonna be used for Funnelish. So once you deleted it from Shopify, once you disconnected it from Shopify, now we still have to disconnect Shopify from our Namecheap domain settings. So if we go to Namecheap and click on domain lists, then we can go to our domain, click on manage, and then on advanced DNS. And here as well, you want to delete the www CNAME record. So this one, just delete it. And that's it. So now we disconnected www.femlins.com from our Shopify store, but femlins.com is still connected to the Shopify store. So if we now go to femlins.com, we will see that we will still land on our Shopify store. So everything is still working, even though we just deleted the www.domainname.com. Now we're going to connect it to Funnelish. So go to Funnelish. Open any funnel. I'm gonna do it with this one. Then click on settings down here, funnel settings. And right here, you're gonna click on connect a new domain. And I'm gonna type in www.femlins.com. It's very important you don't forget the www. Let's click on connect. And here you will see the instructions for the CNAME record you have to add on Namecheap. So just copy this funnels.funnelish.com section right here. Click on copy. Then go back to Namecheap, click on Add New Record. And this one is going to be a CNAME record. The host is going to be www. The target value is going to be the thing that we copied. And then this can remain on automatic. And then you click on the green check mark to save. And now our domain should be connected to Funnelish as well. But let's just wait a few minutes before checking because this can take some time. As you can see right here, our domain has been connected successfully. Let's click on done. And now with any funnel that you have, you can switch to your own domain name by clicking this. Let's click on save and let's refresh. So we can now use www.femlins.com for all of our Funnelish funnels, but our Shopify store is still active on femlins.com. So this is how you add the same domain to both Funnelish and Shopify. Hi and welcome to the video about advertorials. Before I will show you how you can set up an advertorial using my template, I will quickly explain what an advertorial means and is. Before I will show you guys how you can set up your advertorials with my template, I'll first explain exactly what an advertorial is. So advertorials are a type of landing page that are designed to resemble editorial or informative content, like a news article, rather than a normal product page or landing page. So essentially an advertorial just looks like a news article with a bunch of info and benefits about a certain product. They typically include a combination of text, images, or videos even, that represent the benefits of your product in an informative and engaging way. The goal of an advertorial is to capture the reader's attention with a story and convince them to click through to the sales page. Now, advertorials work really well in the US for dropshipping. I would almost say that in the US it's essential to use an advertorial. They can definitely work in the EU market too. We have tested some in the EU markets and they seem to work as well. But we've seen more success in the EU market with normal sales pages, which I will show you later. And in the US market, advertorials work a little bit better. But they can work both. Now, let me first start with showing you how the advertorial looks like and how you can set it up yourself. In the description below, you will find a link to my advertorial template, which I have used to scale in the US market. I highly suggest you use that template to create your own advertorials with. You can always add your own creativity to add some elements you think might fit well. But let's go to the advertorial page. So the first page of this funnel is the advertorial itself. As a header image, we always like to create a nice looking bundle of all of the products. And on that image, you have the title of the advertorial. So the title doesn't just say ease sculpting device, which is the name of this product. No, it immediately describes the benefits this product will give to the customer. So this immediately will show you what the customer can achieve by using this product. And it also makes them question what this entire page is all about. Then the first headline, we start with some strong social proof. We say that there have been millions of units sold already worldwide. So this makes it look like it's a news article describing the newest trend to lose weight. Then to make it look like it's an article, you here have a picture and an author and even a date. And then in the paragraphs, it's important you write about a story. You can easily be creative in ChatGPT and come up with a few prompts to write about a weight loss journey. You can even ask ChatGPT to write an entire advertorial. So this would be the prompt you would use in ChatGPT. Let's click on enter and see what it brings us. So as you can see, ChatGPT is now creating a listicle for us. This is another type of advertorial where all of the product benefits get listed. So for example, if I don't want to have this as a list, you could just ask to not make a list, but rather a storytelling article about this product. You know how to use ChatGPT. It's not that hard. You can use this exact template to create advertorials for any type of beauty or health product. Just try to capture the reader's attention by telling a story and keeping them engaged. When traffic lands from your Facebook ad to this page, they don't know anything about your brand yet. So it's important to provide value first in the form of an informational and emotional story. That way they will click through to the next step, which will land them on the sales page. Then explain some benefits about the product, as you can see like this. And then at the bottom of the advertorial, you can show your offer and the call to action buttons. You can add things like trust badges, testimonials, or even like a comparison chart with a competitor's product. But use your own knowledge and creativity to improve on this advertorial template. But when you're just starting out, remember that this template is going to be enough for you to start scaling some health and beauty products. So don't try to change a lot in the beginning. Now let's click through to the sales page. So the sales page is where we will discuss the features of the product as well as the benefits those features will bring. And this is also where your customer will see the full offer. Again, you will just use this template and change the text, the pricing, the images to match your product. But it's really important to show how easy and clear the results are. And you can do this by using before and after images and testimonial images like these. Now, if you can't find an image of a person using your product, try to just find an image of the result that your product will bring. For example, you can just go to Google Images, type in weight loss transformation, and voila, you have 1,000 images to choose from. Be careful though, if you're scaling to higher numbers and you're copying images from Google, obviously that can get you in trouble. So once you start doing some good numbers, order the product from Amazon or AliExpress and take some pictures yourself or send it to a UGC creator on Fiverr or Twitter. This will cost you some time and money, so again, only do this once you start doing some good numbers. Now on the sales page, you have to make sure that the customer does not have any more questions about the product and the results that it'll bring them. So really emphasize how long it'll take to reach the desired results, how easy it is, how much it costs, how much they're saving. Just answer all of the potential questions your customer might have. And as you can see right here, you also have to make sure you mention exactly what they will receive when selecting the standard bundle. Now we added some slimming cream and extra beauty pads with the standard bundle to make the perceived value a bit higher. When you're selling in the US market, it's very important that your AOV is as high as possible. We like to aim for above $60. When you're selling something to the US market, you have to make sure that your average order value is at least $60. It's close to impossible to profitably scale a product that's selling for $40 or below. So a little hack to increase your price of a certain product is to add some very cheap items in there for free. As you can see, we did the same here. We added the slimming cream and some extra beauty pads. And then you can raise your original price and your customers will still love the deal. Another way to increase your AOV is to add upsells, which we'll talk about in a second. So to wrap up, this is the sales page. We ended with some testimonials and a guarantee. It's really simple. Just use my template and you'll be fine. Now we have reached the checkout page. This is where your customer will finish their order. You want to begin the checkout page with mentioning the benefits again of your product in a very short way. This way the customer will know exactly what they are buying. Now there are two very important things your checkout page should contain. The first important thing to focus on is adding a lot of trust. This can be done with payment or trust icons, more testimonials, a strong guarantee. You can even generate some Facebook comments like I did right here using this website right here. Then also add a little FAQ to answer the last questions your customers might have. Then the second important focus point on the checkout page is the offer itself. You have to make it look like your offer is extremely unique and valuable. You can add scarcity by mentioning that the inventory is low and adding this cart timer. You can also add this exclusive coupon for free shipping and a unique discount code. This way your customer will think they are getting an extremely unique offer. Then to increase the average order value even more, we will add this expedited shipping order bump. You will still be shipping the product with the same shipping line, just make sure you explicitly write this in the policy too, but adding this is 100% pure profit. Now let's take a look at the bundle deals your customer can choose from. Here again you want to increase the AOV as much as possible. That's why we don't just offer the customer one selection of this product, but 4. The first one is selected by default and it's not the cheapest one. This main bundle is very profitable for us and it has the body sculptor, the extra beauty heads and the cellulite removal cream. Almost all of the customers will choose this bundle even though it is not the cheapest one. This is because of 3 reasons. First of all, it has the best selling batch. Second of all, it is the pre-selected bundle by default. And then thirdly, this bundle is the best value for their money. If you look underneath, this is the most basic version of the product, just one piece of the product with nothing extra. And this is also the cheapest one. And as you can see for yourself, this looks like a very unattractive deal to get in comparison to this one. Then for the people who absolutely don't want to spend the full $160, but who also don't want to get this unattractive one-piece bundle, you will add this third bundle, which is one piece of the product plus extra beauty heads. Again, adding these beauty heads in will only cost you about $5, but it'll add $20 of pure profit to your margin. And then you have some customers who just always want to spend as much money as possible, and for those customers we have the 2-piece bundle. Also a great deal if you compare it to the 1-piece price. Now lastly, let's take a look at the post-purchase upsells, which is where your customer will land after they purchased your initial product. So you can see here that we have 3 post-purchase upsell pages. Let's go to the first one. So the first product you want to sell as the upsell is usually just the main product, but with an even bigger discount. So here the customer will get the option to buy another body sculptor for only $90 this time. So again, you make it look like it's a very exclusive one-time offer. Now the crazy thing about these upsells is that if the customer just clicks on this green button here, the purchase of this upsell will be completed. Since they already entered in their credit card details when checking out for the main product, Funnelish will save this information and make it super easy for the customer to purchase this upsell. Now, if the customer clicks on yes or even on no thanks, they will be sent to the second upsell page. On the second upsell page, I always like to sell a cheaper product that the customer can use in addition to their main product. So look for a cheaper product that solves the same problem or a similar one. So here we chose the fat burning spray to speed up the process of losing weight even faster. You could also, for example, add some extra beauty device heads, but a completely different product is even more exciting for the customer, especially for such a low price point. And then the last upsell we have is the warranty. If the product price of the original product that you're selling is pretty high, you can make the price of this warranty also high. So I could actually price this for like $9.99 as well if I wanted to. If it's a lower priced product, this price should also be a bit lower. And then finally, the last step of this funnel is the thank you page. On this page, we add a simple order summary, which we can't see because we didn't purchase the product. Then we also add some shipping info and contact information, just so the customer is clear on everything. And that's it for the advertorial funnel. As I said before, this works the best in the US market, but you can also test it in the EU market. The results there, however, are not guaranteed. In the next next video though, I will show you exactly what funnels I use to scale to 40K per day in the EU markets. Again, I really encourage you to use my template and get started with those. Only after hitting 1 to 2K per day in sales consistently, you can start adding some elements of your own. That's it for this funnel. Now it's time for the EU market sales funnel. This funnel template can also work in the US market. Some students of mine are already seeing success with it over there. So if you're a complete beginner and your technical skills aren't just there yet, you can definitely use this funnel to start in the US market because the advertorial funnel requires a bit more knowledge and experience. So this one might be easier to start with. But we've done around $6 million of revenue in the EU markets with this funnel though. So it definitely works there really well. Again, you have this template too. The link is below this video. Now let's take a look at the funnel. So in this funnel, we only have the landing page, the checkout page, one single upsell, and then the thank you page. So it's much less advanced than the advertorial template, which is perfect for the EU markets. This is what the sales page looks like. So this product in particular is called the Camilla Lace Push-Up Bra. And we also created a separate logo for this product. So every time you test a new product with this funnel template, you want to create a different logo and brand name that fits with that certain product. Still, all of the funnels will be under the femlins.com domain name, but we will make up a new brand of the product by using a different logo and title, just so we really look like the main brand of this product. You might think that having a different domain name than the brand name of the product is a little confusing for your customers, but to be honest, 99% of customers will never even look at the domain name, so it doesn't matter at all. But using this funnel template, we can create the vibe of being a brand without being an actual brand. So this entire section right here is what we like to call above the fold. This is the first section on the product page your customer will see after they have clicked on the ad, without having to scroll down. This is absolutely the most important section of your entire funnel. Every single word and image that you see above the fold counts massively. You have to be able to convince your customer to scroll further down and learn more about the product, or even immediately buy the product just by looking at this section above the fold. So let's take a look and dissect everything you see. First, you have the product title. So I always like to have my title, the brand name, then what the product is, and then what the product does in the shortest way possible. So here, as you can see, I used lift and firm your breasts because those are the two most important benefits this bra will bring the customer. Here we have the price, which we'll talk about later. And then right under the price, we have the 4 most important benefits of the product. So try to really place yourself in your customer's shoes. Why would they buy this product? What are the emotional benefits they are looking for? Think very hard on these and write them down right here and make them as specific as possible. So not only does it elevate and shape your breasts, it does it permanently, which is more specific wording, and that always works better. So just remember that these shouldn't be technical features, but rather the benefits the customer will experience. Then the add to cart button itself, it usually just says order my product name. So in this case, we have order my bra. And then on the second line of the add to cart button, I added a little scarcity by saying 50% off ends tonight, even though this isn't 50% off at all. Maybe I should have double-checked the pricing. And then you see a little Trustpilot rating right here. It's very important to increase the trust as close to the Add to Cart button as possible, because that's where your customers will be clicking and making their decision. And then again, the same principle. So right under the Add to Cart button, we have this Facebook comment testimonial. So if you go to this website right here, that is where you can create such a comment post. If you scroll down and then you go to comments, you can upload a profile image or a comment image. And then, for example, the name Jessica Alba, and then the comment, I love this product. You can add the amount of likes, when the comment was posted, the official tick no, and then you just click on add comment, and then in this Facebook post right here, you will see the comment generated, and you can just take a screenshot of this comment like this, save it as an image, and then place it right here under the Add to Cart button. So for example, we know that the target audience of this bra is older women, which is why we have placed a comment right here of an older looking customer who received this product as a present. Now the reason adding this little Facebook comment testimonial works so well is because most of your traffic will be coming from Facebook, because we will be running Facebook ads, obviously. This makes it very relatable and consistent with the customer's experience. And now the last element above the fold is the main product image. This is very important as well and can really make or break your product. The most important factor of this main image is that you show the benefits of the product using a person. In this case, it's a bra, so it's quite simple. It's just a girl wearing the bra and looking very comfortable while doing so. But here are some more examples of main images that also show the benefits of the product. Now check your above the fold section of your funnel and make sure that the Add to Cart button is also visible on both mobile view and desktop view. Now you're good to move on to the other sections. So our funnels always consist of a headline, then an image or GIF, and then the paragraph. The headlines and the images are the most important, because people usually just skim through your product page anyway without reading anything. This means you have to convey every single benefit of your product visually. You can always find a bunch of images of your product on either AliExpress or Google or on your competitor's page. For GIFs like these, I usually like to cut out snippets from the ad. And if the images themselves without any text don't show the benefits that clearly, you can add some text using Canva, for example, and add some benefits in there yourself, like we did here on this image. Now to come up with all of these headlines, guys, we just focus on the positive feelings that the customer will experience if they buy our product. Again, the emotional benefits, not the features. And then to come up with the paragraphs, you can just use ChatGPT very easily. So I always like to use the following prompt to come up with my paragraphs. Again, they aren't that important. They should just support your headlines. So use this prompt. I'm creating a product page description for a product name plus some benefits. So in this case, it would be for a lace push-up bra that lifts your breasts and sits very comfortably. Write a short paragraph supporting the following headline, and then you can just copy this headline that we came up with ourselves. And then right here, ChatGPT came up with a random paragraph. Again, it's not that important, but it does look like this is a really good paragraph talking about all the emotional things rather than any technicalities. But just make sure that the paragraphs make a little bit of sense. Your images and your headlines will still do the heavy lifting. Then scrolling down, a very important section in your funnel as well is the testimonial section. You really have to think about the copywriting in these testimonials. I usually like to write from the perspective of 3 different customer avatars, so you can target and convince more people. Think of anyone who could use your product. For example, older people, young people, the jobs that they do, what are their day-to-day struggles, how much money do they have, and stuff like that. So try to come up with 3 kinds of people and then write 3 testimonials from their perspectives. This way, the testimonials will be very realistic and you will be able to relate with a lot of customers. And then scrolling down, obviously, if you have a fashion product, make sure to add the size chart. But then for every other product, we have the FAQ section. In the FAQ, you have to make sure that you reply to all of the most commonly asked questions your customer could have. The ones that I always have in there are the return policy and recommending the people to get the bundle deals, which you will see in the next step. But for the other questions, just use your brain and try to think of the most commonly asked questions. For example, for this bra, how can I wash it and keep it in the best condition? How do you know the sizing? We work with special sizes. You can see the sizing chart. Is it only for larger breasts? No, it's for all sorts of sizes. I'm sure you can come up with some questions yourself. But if you really can't come up with any more questions, you can just go to Amazon.com, search for a variant of your product or a very similar product. So let me quickly do this right now. So I typed in lace push-up bra on Amazon.com, and now you want to scroll down all the way to the bottom. And then right here, you also have an FAQ section for popular products. So you can, for example, type in size, and then you can browse through all of the customer Q&As. You can then implement those into your own FAQ. Then in the footer, we like to add as much information as possible, such as a specific address, our email address, even a phone number. and opening times. Even though we are purely an online web shop, if you have opening times, it'll look like you also have a physical store, increasing the trust massively. Then for the address, you can just make up anything, or you can do it like this and just mention a city. Then as far as the phone number goes, I suggest you set up a virtual voicemail phone number with the app Cloud Talk. The website is cloudtalk.io, and there you can just create a virtual phone number for I think around $30 per month, which people can actually call. And then you want to set up a voicemail message that people will always hear when they call that phone number. Now in that message you want to mention that there is a long wait time on the phone and that if they want a quicker response they should send an email. And then after that you can also start answering some frequently asked questions such as the shipping time, where they can find the tracking information, what the return policy is and stuff like that. If you answer these most common questions that your customers will have in this voicemail message, you will save a lot on customer service emails. So we just went over the entire sales page of this funnel. Now let's take a look at the checkout page. We always start off the checkout page with this unique Facebook discount banner. Again, because all of our traffic is coming from Facebook, this works really well. I'm going to discuss these product bundles last. Let's go over everything else first. So if you're selling something with sizes, make sure to also put the size chart in the checkout and not only on the sales page, because obviously in the checkout is where the customer will be selecting the sizes. Then again, here we have testimonials, which we just copy paste from the sales page, and then some more trust badges and a very strong money back guarantee. You can have a very strong guarantee here, but make sure that your actual guarantee policy is mentioned in the return policy very clearly. To save on customer service, again, you can say in your return policy that it's impossible to return, for example, bras or any other sorts of underwear due to hygienic reasons. Just like when you buy in a store, you can't return underwear either. Or when you're selling oils, serums or creams or stuff like that, again, mention in the return policy that opened cosmetics cannot be returned for obvious reasons. How strict your return policy is all up to you. But in general, just make sure that the policy you're applying is mentioned very clearly in the policy pages. And this way you can just put this very nice guarantee on all of your product pages. Now let's go over the product bundles and also this little upsell box you see right here. So in general, we always have 3 different bundle options to have the highest AOV possible. Usually it's just 1 piece, 2 pieces and 3 pieces. And in most cases, the pricing will always be the same, $29.95 for 1, $34.95 for 2, and $49.95 for 3 pieces. You want to have at least $20 of profit margin with your cheapest bundle. So for the cheapest bundle, just take the cost of goods from AliExpress, add $20 and round up or down. I found this bra on AliExpress for $6, so I added $20 and then rounded up to $30, $29.95. Now, if my product costs $6 for 1 piece, I know that 2 pieces will cost me about $8 to $10. So $34.95 minus $8 will leave us with a very healthy profit margin of $27 for the 2-piece bundle. And this is because for our cost of goods, the shipping cost for more pieces usually stays around the same, only the product costs will increase. We will talk more about suppliers and fulfillment in a later module, but for now, just remember that your cost of goods will increase with about 50% when adding another piece. And now I want to make the 2-piece bundle the most attractive one because people will then choose that one the most. That's why there's a very small price increase from 1 to 2 pieces. But the profit on the 2-piece bundle is way better than on the 1-piece bundle. And then the 3rd bundle is for the people who want to spend as much money as they can and get the best deal. 3 pieces will cost us roughly between $13 and $15, meaning we will have a profit margin of around $35 to $37. Now that's it on product pricing. There's really nothing more you should know about other than having a good enough profit margin. Now for the rest on this checkout page, we always like to have this little upsell here to increase our average order value. So this is the express priority shipping option. This is a great way to increase the AOV because the shipping is actually exactly the same as the standard shipping. So it's $4 of pure profit added to your margin. And then again, lastly, after the customer has purchased our product, we have a very simple upsell page, which is the same product but for an even better price. So again, this is a one-click upsell, so the only thing the customer has to do is click on yes and they purchase their extra piece. And then lastly, the thank you page, where we show the shipping times and our contact information very clearly. Now that's it on this funnel. In the next video, I will show you how you can connect these with your Shopify store. In this video, I will be showing you guys how exactly you can integrate your Funnelish store to your Shopify store. We use Funnelish to collect all of the sales, but we still want to send them back to Shopify. First of all, so your supplier can connect to your Shopify store to fulfill all of the orders. And secondly, so we can still get the juicy Shopify revenue screenshots. No, but in general, Shopify has a way better system for managing orders and customers than Funnelish. So that's why we're still connecting the two. So let me show you exactly how to do it. When you're in your Funnelish dashboard, you just want to first of all go to settings in the top right corner, then click on integrations. Then here, obviously, you click on Shopify. And then here you want to type in your store URL. So Shopify recently changed the URL layout, but you just have to copy this number. And then after it, type myshopify.com, and that's your store URL. And then just click on connect. And it'll load up the integration. Click on install unlisted app. And then boom, your Shopify store is now connected to your Funnelish account. So let's click on save, but we still have to connect the products to Shopify. So this is different for each funnel that you have. Let's just go to funnels. I'm gonna click on the lace push-up bra and set that one up. And if you click on checkout, you will see that we have these 4 different products. So we have the express priority shipping, which is a product on itself. And then every single bundle deal is also a different product. For each of these products, we need to create a corresponding product in Shopify. So let's start with the express priority shipping option. So just go to your Shopify store, click on products and click on add new product. I'm gonna call this the express priority shipping. The price, make sure you match the price on Funnelish, $3.99. I'm not gonna track the quantity. And that's it for this product. I'm not gonna add a picture or a description. No, it's just for the revenue to be collected on Shopify. So let's click on save. Make sure it's active, of course. And now let's go back to Funnelish. Click on express priority shipping. And then let's set up the automation. So scroll down, click on create new automation, then click on purchase. So we set up a trigger, and the trigger should be purchase, of course. Click on continue and click on Shopify. Because we already linked the store, we can just search in all of our products on Shopify right here. And the only product that we have on our Shopify store is the express priority shipping. So that's the only one we see right here. Let's click it. Then some important settings to always remember. Enable bundling and set it to 5 minutes. So what this does is, if your customer decides to, for example, buy an upsell a couple minutes after they bought your first products, those 2 products will still get bundled into one single order on Shopify. That's very important so your supplier doesn't ship out 2 different orders to one customer. And then that's it for this automation. So let's just click on create and click on save. Now we still have to create the automation for the Camilla bra itself. So to do that, again, we go to products on Shopify, click on add product. The title will be Camilla lace push-up bra. And for this product, I do want to add the pictures because your customers will still receive the shipping confirmation email from Shopify as well as the order confirmation email. And in that email, your customers will see the picture of the product they bought. So it's important that in that email, they will see a picture of the product. Let me just drag this one in here. Price, make sure it matches your Funnelish price. Let's just do for this $29.95. And then we are not going to track the quantity. And then here we want to add a variant. So instead of creating 3 different products on Shopify, which could be an option as well, I'm just going to create the bundle deal as a variant. So just follow along here. The option name is going to be bundle deal. And then we also have an option called color, and also an option called size. So every single option that the customer can choose on your product, you want to add in here as well. And now let's add the 3 different bundle deals, which are 1 piece 25% off. I'm just going to copy this title and paste it in as the name of the bundle deal. And then the second one, let's copy. And then let's copy now the third. Boom, that's done. So we now have the bundle deal set up. Now we still have to set up the colors and the sizes. What color options do we have again? Let's see, we have nude, gray, and black. Nude, gray, black. Let's click on done. And then sizes, we have M to 3XL. I forgot XL. That's it. Let's click on done. Let's click on save. Now we still have to set up the correct pricing and the correct SKUs. Now these SKUs are super important to set up correctly so your supplier knows exactly what size and color to send to your customer. So let's select all of these options and then click on bulk edit. This gives us a way easier way of editing all of the products. So the one piece, as you can see, this is the pricing for the one piece. It's $29.95. Let's check on Funnelish how much it was for two pieces, which is $34.95. All right, so let's type in here $34.95. And let's drag this down like we can do in Google Sheets as well. Boom. And then 3 pieces is $49.95. Like this. Okay, so that's good. Now we still have to create the SKUs, which is going to be a lot of work. So how the SKU looks like is lace push-up bra. So just a very standard name of the product, just for your suppliers to know what they're shipping. Push-up bra, underscore one piece, underscore the color, which is nude, underscore the size, which is M. So for every single product, and that's the pain in the ass with fashion products like this, you have to set up your SKU. So let me quickly do this and I'll come back to you. So now I did all of the SKUs for one piece. Let's copy all of these, paste them in, and let's change one piece to 2 pieces. And now let's do the same for 3 pieces, and then we're done. All right, we're done. Let's click on save. All right, and let's go back. And now you can choose to also upload the matching colors to the correct variant. I'm not going to do this because it takes too much work. So now in the email confirmation, it'll show this picture with this color for all of the variants, but that doesn't really matter that much because it still says what color you bought. But if you think this will cause confusion for your customer, then don't be lazy like me and upload the pictures. But that's it for the Shopify part. Now we still have to select the right products on Funnelish. So let's go back to Funnelish. Click on the one piece, scroll down. So this is already set up as well as in the template, but of course you want to set up your variants here if you're starting off with a new product, for example. I always suggest you to have like 3 colors or 4 at most. Even if you see on a competitor's webpage that they're selling 10 colors, make sure you limit it to 4. Not only to save your own time with setting up these variants, but also to avoid paralysis by analysis, which means giving the customer too many options to choose from. But let's go ahead and create the automation again. Click on create. Purchase, continue, Shopify. And now in here we can see our Camilla Lace push-up bra from Shopify. Let's click on enable bundling, 5 minutes. And then this option auto link variants sometimes works. Okay, so in this case it doesn't work because the variant names don't exactly match the ones on Funnelish. This is again a really annoying part. You have to drag the correct Funnelish variant to the correct Shopify variant. And they are not in the correct order at all. But let's just start. So one piece nude M is this one. Then let's see what this one is, nude L. Nude 3XL. This is the XL. But it's very straightforward. You know how it works. Just drag the correct variants to each other. And then once you did that, you want to click on Create Automation and then save your changes. And that's it. Of course, you want to do the same for the 2 pieces and the 3 pieces. It's super straightforward. Just set it up. And then one last important thing on Funnelish and Shopify. Anytime you're going to duplicate a funnel in Funnelish, you have to do this setting. So go to checkout, click on Edit Page, scroll down and click on the Express Priority Shipping bump. And then right here, you will have to reselect the Express Priority Shipping anytime you duplicate a funnel. Actually, I'll quickly duplicate this funnel and I'll show you what I mean. We go to Funnels and we click on Clone Funnel. We're now in the clone funnel. And if we go to the checkout and we click on Express Priority Shipping, as you can see right here, it's not set up correctly. So you want to recheck this every single time you duplicate a funnel and set it up correctly, or else your entire checkout will not work. So very important to remember this. For the rest, that's literally it for the Shopify integration. So it's very straightforward. Anytime someone orders a product from your Funnelish, around 5 minutes later, it'll get sent back to Shopify. This video will be talking about the tracking solution that we use for Funnelish. You will notice that when using Funnelish, your Facebook ads tracking will not be optimal. This is also obviously the case when you use Shopify with Facebook ads. But to fix your tracking on Funnelish, there aren't really a lot of options you can choose from. But to fix this issue, we use the app called WeTracked.io. This app integrates with Funnelish super easy and it gives us 100% accurate tracking. And because this app also sends back the data to Facebook, your ads performance will increase, especially when comparing this to any other tracking app. Again, we partnered up to give you guys a nice discount, so check the link below if you want to sign up. It works for Funnelish funnels, but also just for regular Shopify stores. Let me quickly show you how easily you can integrate this with your Funnelish account. So whenever you want to use this app and you need to add a new funnel to it, you just click on this plus right here. And you have to enter in your funnel ID, your funnel domain, and the time zone. The time zone doesn't really matter a lot. We usually just set it to the same time zone of our ad accounts, which for us is Amsterdam time. Then the funnel ID, go to Funnelish, open up any funnel you want to fix the tracking for, and then this number right here will be the funnel ID. So you just copy that and paste it into WeTracked, and then the funnel domain, that is just the landing page URL of the first step. So this one, copy and paste, and then we just want to add the funnel, and then it's going to say it's inactive. To set it as active, you want to edit the funnel, turn the status to on, and add in your pixel from Facebook right here. And that is how easy you can fix your tracking with Funnelish. Obviously, you don't need to be tech savvy for it. In this video, I will be going over the exact steps you have to take to set up your Facebook ads testing campaign. And in the video after this one, I will teach you exactly how you have to read and analyze the data on your ads manager and how you can scale your ads campaigns based on that data. Let's get started. So to create our testing campaign, we go to the Facebook ads manager and we click on create campaign. Simple, right? So just click on sales, always select sales. So for the campaign name, let's just create this campaign for the EMS foot massager, of which we just edited the ads in the previous video. So let's call it EMS foot massager. Then vertical line, your break-even ROAS. So your break-even ROAS, how you can calculate that number is you take your selling price of your product and divide it by your break-even margin. So the selling price of this product could be for me $35, and I could, for example, have a $23 profit margin on it. So I would take 35 divided by 23, which will give me 1.52. So this is my break-even ROAS, which we will need later on when scaling our ads. So let's type it in the campaign name so we can easily see it all the time. And then you want to write down the profit margin for the product, which was $23. Then the ad set, I always like to name my ad set because we will have a no targeting ad set, but more on that in a minute. And then for the ad name, let's just name this first ad 1. And then we can click on continue. I don't do the Advantage Plus shopping campaigns just yet. If I were to find out that this works way better than the manual sales campaign, I will update this video with the new strategy. But for now, I like to stick with manual sales campaign. So now we're on the campaign level. Here you just want to scroll down and turn on Advantage campaign budget and set it to a minimum budget of $100. Again, this is the minimum budget. Even if you don't have a lot of money, you still want to make sure that this is at least $100. Now, this does not mean that for every losing campaign we will spend the entire $100 and just burn all of the money. No, when we will analyze our campaign, we will check it after it has spent only around $40 already. And if that were to be a bad product or campaign, we would kill it by then. So you would only lose $40 and not the full $100. But when you're doing a no targeting campaign, you want to give Facebook the room to breathe, which is why we test with at least $100. Now, moving on, you can click on next, and then we are inside of the ad set. Here you don't need to change a lot, just select your pixel, which you can create on your business manager. And if you don't know how to do that, then please watch a YouTube video on how to create your pixel. I'm not going to explain those easy parts in this course. And then the conversion event should always be purchase. The rest you can just leave blank. Dynamic creative turned off. The start date we always do tomorrow at 12 a.m. midnight. And then the location, obviously this is up to you. If I were to have a Dutch store right now, I would select Netherlands and Belgium. If my store was German, I would select Germany and Austria. If my store was English, I would select the United States. So let's just leave it as it is right now, location United States. Then all of this audience stuff you can leave as it is, the placements as well. So usually this would look something different. It looks like they have recently changed it. But if I click here on switch to original audience options, This is what we call the interest targeting, and most people will select a bunch of interest here, but I don't, and that is why our ad set is called no targeting. So I just leave all of this blank and give Facebook all of the options and room to breathe. We don't even select any languages. Facebook knows what's best. We leave the age open, we leave the gender open. There are too many genders anyways these days. So again, we just select the pixel, the conversion event purchase, we change the start date and time, and that's it for the ad set settings. Now let's go to the ad settings. Let's click on next. And here we are inside the ad. Very, very simple. Again, we leave everything as it is. Let's just upload our ad video. So click on add media and then add video. And then you want to upload your first video that we created in Veed. Once you have uploaded your video, just click on next, leave everything as default. And then we have uploaded our video. Now it is time to come up with an ad copy. So ad copies are super simple. Just think of the main benefits that your product will give to the customer. In this case, you can already see the main benefits written down on this video thumbnail right here. Relieves plantar fasciitis, neuropathy, swollen feet, inflammation and cramps. Now the thing with Facebook ads is that you cannot mention these specific medical terms in your ad copy, or your ad will be rejected very likely. So let's just type very simply. So let's just say relieve all types of pain with ease and comfort without breaking the bank. And then let's search for a nice emoji. This is a nice one. And that's literally it for the ad copy. So you want to keep it super short, super simple, and super straightforward. Again, think of what your product will do to the end customer, what they will feel like if they use your product, and what the benefits are. Describe that in one short sentence, add an emoji, and that's literally it. And then right here under the ad copy, you want to paste your website URL. So I didn't create this funnel, so let's just do a random URL for you guys to understand. But this is what it would look like. And then the headline can be start living comfortably again. Start living comfortably again. So I'm just placing myself in the shoes of my customer. My customer is probably an older person who has had a lot of chronic pain for a very long time. Our EMS device is the solution so they can finally start living comfortably again. That's why I choose this headline. Here in the description part, you can just leave this empty, and then you want to copy your website URL, which in your case will be the Funnelish landing page, obviously. Paste that in here as well. And then your call to action button, I always leave it on learn more. I feel like this comes over less like an ad, which will work better in general. We've tested both shop now and learn more extensively, and in our tests, learn more always performed better. So guys, we have a very simple ad video. We just copied it from the competitor. We edited it slightly. We came up with a very short but aggressive and straightforward ad copy, and that's literally all we did for the ad. Now what you want to do is you want to click on these three dots to quickly duplicate your campaign. Let's call this ad 2, and then you want to replace this video, so click on change video with your second ad. And then obviously you also want to do the same with the third ad that you created and call this ad 3. And that's literally it for your entire testing campaign. Now you want to click on the campaign and click on publish. So that's it for the testing campaign. In the next video, I will show you how I would scale or kill this campaign depending on the data that you will receive in your ads manager. Now again, it's very important that you set up your tracking correctly. So as long as you have more than $1,000 as your starting capital, I highly recommend you get set up with WeTracked, which is the tracking solution for Funnelish we talked about a few videos ago. If you don't start with WeTracked, just make sure you have one funnel per campaign that you create so you can still track the ROAS accordingly. But again, WeTracked is highly recommended. In this video, I will show you how simple you can scale your Facebook ads to those juicy 1K, 2K, 3K, even 5 or 10K per day in revenue. The rules are super simple, just keep it in mind. Over the last few years, Facebook ads has become easier and easier. It used to be that you needed lookalike audiences, crazy retargeting campaigns, and hundreds of new creatives weekly to scale your winners to serious revenue. Today, though, you do not need any of that. Let's go over how you should analyze your ads day by day. So your day one analysis. Day one of your campaign is usually the most crucial day, as we can often decide on day one if you want to continue with this product or not. We first usually check the ads at around 11 a.m., but just make sure that your campaign has spent at least $40. And with 11 a.m., I mean the local market that you're selling in. I don't mean your own time zone. But if that's the same, of course, it's still 11 a.m. So when we're checking the ads at At that time, there are 3 rules. If it has spent $40 and it has a low add to cart amount, you will completely kill the campaign. Now, a lower or high add to cart amount is completely dependent on the price of your product. But usually, if you have a cost per add to cart of below $8, that's a good number. So moving on to the second rule then, if the campaign has spent $40 and it has 0 sales, but it has a good add to cart amount, meaning your cost per add to cart is below $8, you can try to lower your product price by 20 or 30% and then let it spend another $20 to $30 on Facebook ads and wait for a sale. But if it doesn't get any sales after that extra $20 or $30 spent, you can definitely kill the campaign and move on. Now for the third rule, if your campaign has spent $40 and it has 1 sale or more, you want to let it spend another $40 and then check again. So when your campaign then has spent $80 on the first day and is profitable or break even, you can let it spend for the rest of the day. If it's unprofitable with $80 ad spent, you can kill it and move on. I understand if these rules are confusing for you, so there is a PDF below attached with all of these rules written out for you very clearly. Just try to understand the numbers, do some basic math, and you will figure it out. But don't worry if it's not completely clear yet, you will learn by doing. But in general, by now, we have checked the ads once. So only if your campaign had sales after $40, you checked it a second time at the $80 spend mark, and by then it should either be break-even or profitable. Now we want to check the campaign once more at the end of day 1, which is going to be at 12 a.m. in the local time zone of your market. There are again 3 scaling rules we're now going to apply. If your campaign was profitable and your profit margin was above 15%, you will just double the budget. If your campaign was profitable with a margin below 15%, or it was break-even, you will not touch the budget, you will just leave it as it is and let it optimize on day 2. And if it was even slightly unprofitable, you will kill the campaign and move on to the next products. So we apply these 3 rules every single day. So if your campaign didn't perform well on day 1, you can choose to either test new creatives of your product or you can completely move on to the next product. If you are doing the advertorial setup in the US market, it is way smarter for you to just test new creatives and new angles for your product. Because the market is just so large, it's hard to test one single product with only 2 or 3 creatives. Now, if you're doing the EU sales funnel strategy, usually you just want to move on to the next product without testing new creatives. I usually also move on to the next product by then because I know that my sales funnels are on point, as well as my creatives. But if you feel like there are some improvements possible, you can definitely retest the same product with those improvements made. But this is also completely dependent on your capital and your cash flow. In general, your winner rate will be around 1 in 8 or even a bit lower than that. So remember that most campaigns will perform badly and will have to be killed on day 1. We are searching for a winning product here, so that's completely normal. So again, I just mentioned the 3 scaling rules we want to apply every single day. We check the campaigns every single day at around 11 a.m. in the morning, as well as 12 a.m. at midnight, and scale accordingly. Now, it can also happen that your campaign's performance completely drops from one day to the next. What you can then do is lower your campaign's budget by 50%. By doing this, you're telling Facebook your campaign is not performing as you would like, and very often Facebook will then reward you with better performance on the next day, and then you can retry scaling it up again slowly. But if it's been unprofitable for 2 days in a row and you've already lowered the budget twice, it's time to kill the campaign and test new creatives. I usually like to only test new creatives for campaigns that have reached at least $800 in ad spend per day. But by doubling the budget daily, you will quickly find yourself spending thousands of dollars per day on winning campaigns. You won't be able to scale every single campaign to those numbers though. You really just have to keep scaling your campaign until your performance drops, and then lower the budget again to find your sweet spot in performance. This daily ad spend number can range from $500 per day to even $10,000 per day, or sometimes even more, but this is completely dependent on the product itself, and most campaigns won't reach more than 2K in ad spend per day. That's it for scaling, guys. If it wasn't clear, please check out the PDF I dropped below. And again, join my Discord so we can scale together and you can ask me daily relevant questions about how you can scale your campaigns. But please remember that you just don't want to overcomplicate your Facebook scaling, because it's never been as easy as it is right now. It's literally all dependent on your creative, your offer, and your product. So if those 3 are on point, the only thing you have to do is increase your budgets to scale to the moon. Welcome to the module about fulfillment. This is a very important module as fulfillment is the backbone of your entire dropshipping operation. In this first video, I will explain 2 horror stories that happened to me because I chose the wrong supplier twice. The first story is when we literally lost all of our money thanks to a supplier's mistake. This was back in March 2020, right when COVID hit. We were struggling to find our first winning product for 6 months on end, almost burning our entire starting capital in the process. But then finally we found our first winning product, which was this dog harness. And because back then everyone on YouTube was telling you to use AliExpress as your fulfillment partner, that's exactly what we did. Big mistake, massive mistake. First, when using AliExpress, everything was going smooth for a while. We always paid extra for faster shipping, so all of our customers usually got their order within 8 to 10 days. But then all of a sudden we got a storm of angry customer emails saying they didn't receive their package after waiting for more than 30 days. Of course, we panicked because we paid for more expensive shipping. How is this even possible? One customer decided to attach a picture of their package in their angry customer email. And on this picture we could see the shipping label, and on that shipping label it said China small packet shipping or something, which was not the shipping method that we paid for. So we started wondering, did our supplier screw us over? We sent him the picture and we asked what happened, and indeed he completely fucked us over. Because the cost of the faster shipping option rose massively during COVID, he decided to secretly ship all of the orders with the slowest shipping method possible. Instead of just letting us know that the price increased, we could have easily covered it. No, he decided to lie and fuck us over. And all of those packages took more than 60 days to be delivered to our customers in Europe. Of course, we were super angry and we asked AliExpress to at least cover the refund for the shipping of those orders. But it turns out that even AliExpress doesn't give a fuck. We had to refund close to all of the revenue and profits that we made during this period. All because we used an untrusted seller on AliExpress. So the moral of the story here is to never ever use AliExpress as your shipping partner. In the beginning though, when you're doing a low volume, you can't really use a private supplier. You have to use a platform because they don't really care about the minimum order quantity. And I will show you exactly what platform you can use for that in the next video. But once you start doing 10 to 20 orders per day, you definitely want to switch to a private supplier. Now, choosing the wrong private supplier will also result in massive loss of money. We again made that mistake too, and we almost lost $180,000. So this happened a few years after the AliExpress mess up. We were already doing very big numbers by then. We found this winning product that worked super well for us. We had ROAS 5 at massive scale. So we were scaling this product in Germany to $40,000 a day. If you're curious, it was this peel-off mask. Our supplier at that time was just someone we found in a random Facebook group, and up until that point we had never experienced any problems with them. The shipping was always fast. But shipping isn't the only important factor in fulfillment though. Another extremely important factor is that they source the correct products. Very often these Chinese private suppliers will just source the cheapest possible variant of your product that they can find, without doing any quality control. And this is exactly what happened to us. We were slowly scaling, doing the biggest numbers that we've ever done. We were already planning which Lambo we could buy. And then all of a sudden we got a message from our customer service team saying they couldn't handle all of the customer emails anymore. They received over 500 complaints in one single day. It turned out that our supplier sourced the wrong product. They shipped out a very similar looking version of this product, but instead of it containing the green peel-off mask, the tube they sent out contained a random white liquid. More than 5,000 customers were requesting their money back via PayPal. We were looking at a potential loss of $180,000, which would have completely killed our entire business. My partner and I immediately decided to help the customer service team to reply to all of those emails ourselves. And luckily, we were able to arrange that our supplier would resend the original product to all of those customers. We then drafted an email to all of our customers saying a mistake has been made and that we accidentally shipped another really good skincare product which they could keep for free. if they closed their PayPal disputes, and that we were obviously reshipping all of the peel-off masks as well. This really saved us, and most people decided to close their disputes on PayPal and wait for the green tea peel-off mask to arrive. Because we didn't immediately get angry at our supplier and negotiated very carefully, the reshipping costed us only $6,000. And our supplier decided to cover the rest, because obviously it's their mistake. The customers closed all of the PayPal disputes, because of course at the end they are happy to receive a second product for free. So everything turned out okay for us. But obviously we still decided to part ways with that supplier, because another fuck up like that could easily end in death of the business, of course. Since then, I found a new supplier which I've been working with for years, and I've scaled massively with them in every single country you can think of. And I will talk more about them in one of the next videos. But all in all, you have to be very careful when selecting your private supplier, because they can very much bankrupt you. I strongly advise you to only work with the people that I recommend, because obviously they have been tested rigorously. But more on them in the next videos. In this video, I'll be discussing how to work with Zendrop. So Zendrop acts as a supplier, but they're more like a platform, which makes them the perfect choice as a supplier for beginners who have less than 10 orders per day on their stores. Because they do not require a minimum order quantity, they have extremely simple integration with your Shopify store, and they can source close to all products there are. So let me quickly show you what the dashboard looks like. Again, there's an affiliate link below, which gives you a 14-day free trial, as well as a discount. So make sure to sign up using that link. But this is what it looks like once you have created your account. Very easy to connect your Shopify store. Again, just copy the URL and let's click on connect. Let's click on install app. And now our Shopify store is connected, and let's search for the lace push-up bra, for example. As you can see, there are many different variants of this bra, and the costs on here are really low as well. So let's say that this is our bra. I'm not sure if it's exactly the same product, but it looks similar enough. So let's click on add to my products. And then right here, if you go to my products, you can review and publish this to your store. And then what would happen is a new product page, I think, will be created on your store. But that's actually not what we want to do. We want to go to store, listings, and sourcing. And then there you will see a list of all of the active products on your Shopify store. It has an automatic search function. So if you click on link or source, it'll find similar looking products. And let's just click on this one and see if it's the same. So this is definitely not the same. Let's click on this one. This is pretty similar, but not the same. Let's just type in lace push-up bra instead of Camilla lace push-up bra, and let's see if we can find the same product. So this one is very similar. Let's click on select. And then this is exactly the same as the integration between Funnelish and Shopify. You have to connect the right variants. Very easy, just make sure you select the right sizes and the colors. I don't know the exact sizing on this one. They seem to have a bit more sizes than I have listed on my store. But you know exactly how to do this yourself. It's super simple. You can also import products from AliExpress. You have a lot of branding options and customizations. For that, I need to add my credit card, I think. But all in all, Zendrop is the best supplier platform there is to use before you're gonna start with an actual private agent. Again, if you're doing 10 orders per day or less, you want to use Zendrop. But once you start doing 10 orders per day or more, you want to switch to my private supplier, who I talk about in the next video. Welcome to the last actual module of this course. In this module, I'm going to explain exactly how I built my dream team and how I manage the backend. This module is again extremely important. The other modules teach you about how to get your first sales and make some money, but this module is all about how you can transform your skills into a consistently profitable dropshipping business. Because hitting a 10K day is nice, but imagine hitting them every single day for a year in a row. You'd be a millionaire. But that's the hardest part, and not a lot of dropshippers actually own a consistently profitable dropshipping business. But I do, and in this first video, I'll teach you when you should start hiring. And in the next videos, I'll go over exactly where you can hire those people. So first things first, when should you start hiring? It's a tricky question. You don't want to hire too soon, because if you don't know 100% what you're doing yet and you start hiring too soon, it'll eat away your profits and can really kill your business. But if you hire too late, you will pay a massive opportunity cost of not scaling your business. One exemption though is customer service. You want to set up your customer service systems as soon as you start hitting 1K per day in sales. I'll talk more on that in the next video. But for any other position, try to first master the skill completely before delegating it. The usual timeline of hiring should look something like this. You hit your first 1K day, you then hire a customer service rep and connect them to your customer service dashboard. Once you hit your first $60,000 month with at least 2 winning products, you can start hiring a funnel builder. The reason I say you need to have at least 2 winning products is because you don't want to base your skills and SOPs on just one lucky winner. You need to prove you have mastered the skill of funnel building by having at least 2 winning products. Then once your funnel builder has started and you're growing to $100,000 per month in revenue, you should hire a video editor. A full-time video editor will probably be one of your most expensive hires. So that's why you don't want to hire them too soon. So before that, if you don't have any video editing skills yourself, I suggest you either teach yourself using the video in the course, or you order your ad videos from Viral Ecom Ads. They're again a very cheap and good service, and they know exactly what a winning dropshipping ad should look like. Now at this point, your team should look something like this. You as the CEO and manager, then under you, you have your customer service manager, funnel builder, and video editor. At this point, you should be doing consistently $100,000 per month before hiring anybody else. It's of absolute importance to make your team as lean as possible. The next hire you're then gonna make is going to be your Facebook manager. Your Facebook manager is going to be responsible for 2 things: launching your testing campaigns and managing your Facebook setup. This person will not be scaling your ad campaign, so they're not really a media buyer, just a Facebook manager. A media buyer who manages and scales your campaigns is one of the last hires you ever want to make. And I suggest hiring such person only if you are hitting consistently $300,000 per month for at least 3 months in a row. So your Facebook manager will again just set up the testing campaigns and make sure your Facebook account structure stays alive, meaning replacing profiles, replacing pages, warming them up, etc. And then the last person you should hire is, as I just mentioned, your media buyer. But this is completely optional and not always the best choice, because if you have time in the day, it's smart to keep managing and scaling your ads for as long as possible yourself. But if this halts you managing other parts of the business because you lack time, then you should definitely hire a media buyer. But a good media buyer is going to be very expensive. But a full dropshipping team that should be able to hit around 400K a month consistently should look something like this. Again, a media buyer is optional, so you won't see them on this org chart. But you as the owner, you will do the general managing, you will do the product research, the proofreading of the funnels and the media buying. Then you will have at least 1 funnel builder. To hit 500K a month, usually you will have 2 or 3 funnel builders though. Then you will have 1 single Facebook manager. However big the numbers you're doing are, 1 should be enough, who is responsible to launch the Facebook testing campaigns and to manage the Facebook account structure. Then you have your customer service manager, or you could use an agency as well. And then lastly, you will have 1 or 2 video editors responsible for all the video ads in your business. If you have set up your team and everything is going smoothly and your results are consistent, your next step will be to hire an operator. This person will do all the day-to-day non-growth tasks that you are doing. They will manage the team, manage the business, and make sure that everything runs smoothly, such as hiring new people and stuff like that. Essentially, they will run your entire operation. And then your next responsibilities will be to think on how you can grow your business to the next level. So that's what your entire team will look like, hopefully in the near future. And I also just gave you the timeline of when you should make each hire. In the next video, I will explain some things about customer service, and then we will go over how to actually hire these people. In this video, I'm going to talk about customer service, what platform you should use to manage all the emails, who you should hire, and some things to watch out for. Let's start by saying that customer service is extremely important in any business, but especially in dropshipping. Just because your shipping times can be on the slower end of the expectations of your customers, especially comparing this to the big e-com players such as Amazon. This means you will get a lot of customer complaints, which is completely normal. You do, however, need to handle these complaints promptly. That means you will need someone to check your customer service emails at least once per day. In the beginning, this will be just you, but as I said in the previous video, once you start doing around 1K per day in revenue, you must outsource this. Don't wait too long. Even if you think it's not a lot of work to respond to all of these emails, you need to know that all of the negativity that you're handling with doing this customer service yourself will subconsciously negatively impact your actions and slow your business growth. So how do you outsource your customer service? Well, there are two options. The first one is to use a customer service agency, which is the easiest option there is. You pay them a monthly fee based on the amount of emails that you get, and they will take over your entire customer service. If you want to use the best agency that's out there, make sure you use the one linked below. They will not only answer your emails, but also the disputes on your payment processors. I know the owner personally, and they are just the smoothest customer service agency out there for dropshippers. And also using that link below, again, you will get a discount. Now, the second option is to hire someone from the Philippines to do your customer service for you. This will be cheaper than using an agency, but you will have to train them, and also the language barrier is not great. I know that in the agency they use a bunch of native language speakers, so there won't be any errors in the language. But if you hire a VA from the Philippines, you can easily use Google Translate and DeepL. Now you can hire them from the website called onlinejobs.ph, and you will pay them around $3 to $4 per hour. You have to make sure that they speak great English and that they have past experience in a customer service team. And then you will connect your customer service email to the platform called Tideo. Tideo is by far, at this moment, the most advanced customer service platform there is. And they're also one of the cheapest. You can connect your emails, your Facebook pages, and your Instagram pages very easily to Tideo. And you can also even connect your Shopify store, so your VA can easily manage refunds and customer data in the dashboard of Tideo, saving you money and time. Eventually, your customer service manager will create email templates and standard responses to use on each email, since most of your emails will be the same. I have one more valuable tip to massively reduce your customer service emails, which in turn reduces your costs and your disputes. I suggest all of you guys to add a phone number to your websites. You can create an online phone number using a service like cloudtalk.io. I think I also mentioned this in a previous video of this course, but this is where you will set up a voicemail message. So anytime your customer calls you, they will instantly hear a voicemail message. And in that voicemail message, you will say the following things, either recorded by yourself or by a text-to-speech tool. First, you mention your average shipping time. And then you can mention other frequently asked questions, such as your return policy, etc. Then you want to say that there's a very long waiting time for the phone line support, because you actually don't have phone line support. And that if they send you an email with their problem, their response time will be very, very fast. And then you just want to add a couple hours of a random song that keeps playing. This way, the most common asked customer questions, such as shipping time, will be answered via the voicemail message. And also, if you add a phone number in your footer of your website, the trust will increase a lot, which will then increase your conversion rate.
Hi, and thank you for calling Femlins. Our average shipping time is 8 to 12 days to Europe and 5 to 10 days to the USA. You can track your order via femlins.com/tracking. If you have an urgent question about your order or anything else, we highly recommend you to send an email to info@femlins.com. The response time via mail is 1 hour. The current wait time on this line is 2 hours. We will connect you as soon as possible.
So that's really all there is to say about customer service. Make sure it's handled properly. In this video, I'll be explaining how you can hire your first VA step by step. There are 3 main websites we use to hire our VAs. Onlinejobs.ph is where we will be doing most of the hiring. There is a massive community of experienced VAs in the Philippines, and the hourly rates are very, very low compared to the West. This makes it the perfect place to hire for simpler tasks, such as your customer service team, your funnel builder, your Facebook manager, etc. Then we have the website Fiverr, which is where we will be looking for graphic designers and video editors. They are mostly on there. And then lastly, we use Upwork to make our most valuable hires, such as a media buyer, a COO, a CFO, or any other type of high-level manager. Upwork is the largest worldwide platform of VAs, so you can find more expensive and more experienced people on there. I think I have some affiliate links below to sign up for these platforms with a discount. They can get expensive, so obviously take the discount. The process of hiring someone is usually the same for every single hire you make. The first thing you need to do is create a job description. You will then publish that job description on onlinejobs.ph or on Upwork. And if you're hiring from Fiverr, you'll just have to reach out to these individuals separately, since you can't really post a job description on Fiverr. Now, if you want my personal job description templates, I highly advise you to join my Discord Ecom Liberty and get the paid membership, since there are a ton of assets you need for your dropshipping business in there, such as all job descriptions you need. The link is below, but I'll quickly describe to you guys what a job description should contain. You have to describe all the responsibilities the VA will have, the results you expect, and the requirements that need to be met. Let's take, for example, a funnel builder. The responsibilities would be create 2 funnels in Funnelish per day using our funnel templates, apply copywriting principles to all of these funnels, use Google Translate or DeepL to translate into other languages, and extract data from our product sheets. Then the results could be achieve targeted KPIs such as an average conversion rate of more than 3.5, and finish 2 funnels every single day. And then requirements could be you speak, read and write English perfectly. You have a fast PC with good internet connection. You have knowledge and experience with building sales funnels. You have knowledge and experience with Shopify. Something like that would be perfect to add in the job description. Then you want to mention the rate that you offer. I personally offer my VAs from the Philippines around $4.50 per hour to start with. Customer service members can be paid a little bit less than that, while funnel builders can be paid a little bit more than that. Now, once you publish your job offer, you will get a ton of applicants. I usually wait until I have around 40 to 60 applicants and then I start filtering. Just by reading the messages they send you, you can filter out a lot of people, since many of them won't put any effort into their message. If somebody writes you in bad English, obviously that's an easy filter. I then plan in a short 10 to 15 minute call with the 10 best applicants. In that call, you just want to get to know them on a basic level and ask them some specific questions about their previous work and experience. I then send some sort of small test. This can be, for example, to create a funnel for me or edit a video, or if it's a customer service person, you could ask them to reply to some basic emails that you got. Depending on the size of the test, you can decide yourself to either pay them for it or not. Again, in this part, most VAs won't do the test very well, and that usually leaves you with 1 or 2 people to choose from. And then just use your gut to choose the right person. Or you could hire both for a small testing period and let them compete for the job. And that's it. This is the same process for all hires, except, as I said before, on Fiverr. On Fiverr, you need to try and get their contact details so you can communicate with them outside of Fiverr. And there you will start the same process. In this video, I'll talk about some important things about how to grow your dropshipping business to 7 figures as fast as possible. All the previous videos we have talked about the technicalities of dropshipping. How to find a product, how to set up a funnel, how to connect Shopify, how to run the ads. Those things are important to make some money, but they're not the backbone of a 7-figure business. The things that'll grow your business to 7 figures have nothing to do with the technicalities, but they're all about you, the CEO. As an 8-figure dropshipper, I've learned some very important principles along the way, which I'll share with you guys right now. The first one, your comfort zone. Growing your business is meant to be stressful. You can work as hard as you want, 15 hours per day, but that doesn't mean you're actually growing your business. You have to sit at your desk every single day with stress and discomfort. If you have those feelings right now, you're absolutely on the right track to growth, because that means you're acting outside of your comfort zone. So remember, if you're working and you have stress and discomfort, you're on your way to 7 figures. The second important principle is that you have to spend as much money as you can on learning. In the beginning of my own dropshipping career, I was struggling like crazy until I finally found the right coach. Coaching and courses are expensive, and there are a lot of bullshit gurus to definitely avoid. But finding the right coaching and courses are an absolute must if you want to grow your business. The currently working strategies are not found in free YouTube videos. They're actually found in Discord communities and in coaching programs. This is because in dropshipping, everything changes week by week. Even if you found a good-hearted guru like I am, who tries to share everything for free, in 1 month, a big part of the strategy might have already changed. That's why you absolutely need to spend your first profits on growth. I myself run a paid Discord community where I do weekly group calls with all of the members. This way, everyone in my group stays up to date with the latest strategies in e-commerce. I highly suggest you join that group if you want to take things seriously. Since you joined this course and got all the way through, you definitely deserve a lifetime discount. So you can find that unique discounted link below. So guys, to wrap it up, this course took me quite some time to make. I really appreciate any feedback you guys have on this course. You can leave a Trustpilot review, or you can comment on my YouTube videos, or you can just send me a DM on IG of what you think of this course, and I'll definitely read it. And if something is missing according to you guys, I'll make sure to try and add it on later. For now, rewatch it, study it, and implement it until you're at least $1,000 per day. And if you need my specific help, again, for so fucking cheap, you can join my Discord community. So take things seriously, let's get your business off the ground, and I'll meet all of you at the top.